upgrades. So right now he's not thinking end game, and this is the end game, guys. We're at 30 minutes. This is a long game. This is late game. He's not thinking late game. What am I? I'm taking my 5th. I've been on 4 bases. Even though he's so high on the mineral count, he's not thinking end game. This is a pretty big force. Not really paying attention to it. Finally getting that stem off. These charge lots are doing so much damage though. Look how they're just so beastie. Think if these guys were +3/+3. Think if he had been on 4 as long as I was. Think if he was taking his 5th right now. How much more powerful. And this is a common, I'm not just saying this for him. I'm saying this for all my viewers out there. This is a common reoccurrence where players, they have this overwhelming amount of minerals, and they don't feel like they need to do anything about it. They're like, well, I just need to build more army and kill him. No, you should have expanded hours ago. You should have been forged right off the bat. A Protoss player who sees I got +3/+3 and doesn't react by getting forges and chrono boosting them out immediately is playing the game way wrong. Now we have another force coming in here. I finally get some well-placed EMPs. Actually, those were horribly placed EMPs. Didn't do shit against. I only hit one of the High Templar there, so I'm stemming forward, and here comes some more well-placed storms on his part, doing lots of damage. But right now, my medevacs all have good amounts of energy. But look how many storms he just did. Look how devoured my army is. Look how low it all is. More storms and more kiting. He's doing such a great job of that. But right now, I am on my 5th base. He's still on 4. He's just now getting it. And income tab, 89 harvesters. Right now, I have, how many barracks do I'm at? I'm at 15 barracks and throwing down 4 more. I'm about to be on 19 racks. Production facilities, guys. When you're sitting on so much minerals right now, when I'm taking my 5th, which is the gold, I'm just now taking the gold as my 5th base, and I'm already on a lot of minerals, I can afford to be building out of 15 barracks. It's obvious. Now, this is going to be a pretty strong counterattack. I do stop those 2 High Templar from warping in. But really, why do I keep attacking this base? Why not go for his expansion where he doesn't have a pylon, or this expansion which only has 1 pylon, where if I snipe it, I'm taking out that expansion. So more well-placed High Templar from the high ground, devouring my forces completely. Charge lots doing some more damage, bad micro on my part, and right now, this is, you know, he's stuck in this game so long with such a low food count just off these well-placed High Templars and the storms. And no, I'm not going to QQ about how Kandarian Ambulance OP. I'm not going to QQ about how High Templar. No, this is him outplaying me to the extremist. Now think of how much better he would be playing if he got those +1/+1, the +2/+2, and the +3/+3 armor damage and web armor. This should be for all my players to know this, that people that aren't getting the upgrades, it's huge. It's so huge. People that aren't building more production facilities. Look at me. 15 barracks right now. Look at me. 5 bases. One of them is a oversaturated gold. So we do have a pretty big push coming up here. I have my medevacs on the high ground to get those EMPs off and stop that. But more bad placing. And then he got the more storms. Like, look how well he's doing with these storms, guys. He's constantly at 71 food. Just devouring my forces, guys. But he's still sitting on 1,500 minerals. Think of if he had 10 more gateways, constantly warping in zealots. He'd be able to kill me. Think if he would have taken his 4th 10 times sooner. Think if he would have taken his 5th to the gold. He could have been able to beat me. And this goes for all players, because a lot of players, they'll sit on very few bases. They won't do anything about it. Now, look how I'm constantly, you know, just warping in these Marauders. I got a Ghost over here, and I'm instantly food capping again after losing my entire force. Shows you production facilities are huge. So right now he's on 1 base. Income's 89 versus 50. Right now I have the gold, so my income is so much stronger than his. But it's my only base money. I got this one right here. So I know the map's almost mined out. I am transferring a lot more SCVs to this gold, which doesn't need to be done. So pretty much all my SCVs are going to be at that gold. So this is all or nothing for me. And think if he almost kills this attack with High Templar. I'd be out of it. Like, I'm so starved right now. And he's just as starved, but think if he would have, you know, expanded. If he would have gotten the +1/+1. So here comes a pretty big force. You know, I'm going to be taking out this expansion here. And that's pretty much going to be, you know, it for him. This is his last mining expansion. And right now I still got my gold. My food count's currently 199. His is 78. It's slowly dropping after I eat all of his SCVs up. So this is the last of his force. Charge lots. And this army would lose to it, but this army won't. Now, I did cloak all my ghosts for some reason. I thought that would have been clever to hide my ghost from him, but when it ends up coming to this final battle, I don't have EMP, which makes him do a lot of damage. So think if he was still on, he had that gold expansion still, he'd be able to recover. Now look how much damage that attack did. Look how much damage he did to me with those High Templar. I almost lost that entire force. And right now I'm so mineral starved that it's just barely enough to upgrade build out of these. So he does say the obvious upgrade this for you. It wasn't just that. I was on 5 bases versus his 4. I was getting ready to take the gold actually with this force, but what an amazingly... I know how badly I played, is what I'm saying, and I still think it was the best game I've ever played. The funnest game, at least. Not the best game. I've performed way better than this, but definitely I enjoyed this game. And it just shows you why people lose games. And you can obviously see why. I mean, I'm constantly pointing out why he was able to stay in this game. What could have made, what differences I could have done to demolish him better? By using better placed EMPs, by harassing more, by expanding a little quicker. I mean, I've got this base ready to take the gold already. And then that's how I could have ended the game so much quicker. I could have sniped that next at the beginning. There's so much more I could have done differently to win the game, which a lot of people aren't able to see. They look at their replays and they don't know what to do. And then people like him, who, despite doing so much damage with those High Templar, he probably felt so great how well his storms were doing. He's like, he must be draining all his minerals, but I was still able to stay in the game because he didn't get +3/+3, because he expanded so late. So this just shows you guys how you can improve your play just by watching a simple replay. I learned so much from that replay. I mean, and then you guys can obviously learn off of how I played. You know, 5 expansions, 17 barracks actually, keybound right now. So there's a lot you can, you know, learn from this, guys. So awesome game. Make sure you guys subscribe. Check me out on Twitter, twitter.com/Starcraft Squad. Check out a Battle for the Viewers tournament, 32-man tournament. Still some slots open. If you qualify, and then you'll get to play, of course. And the first place for the tournament gets $50. You can figure out how to qualify. There'll be 2 videos down below explaining both ways how to qualify, so check that out. Make sure you check out my paid training service. It is $8 an hour, so if you're interested in some hands-on trading where people learn a lot, it's a lot better than just watching videos, in my opinion. I even bought some training from some really top pros before, and it does help a lot. So check that out, guys. $8 an hour. And I think that's it. Make sure you check out our user-submitted theme this week. It's Phoenix and 1-base play. So if you're interested in getting your game casted, check that out. So yeah, that's it for now. I'm Zoia, and hope you guys like this video because I enjoyed the game. And yeah, I'll see you guys in, you know, whenever I see you.